get a pump.
Yeah, take a moment.
Look at us, man. Like Superman.
That weight is more than what Flavio Boccanini weighs, our other guest professional on the show, and Kevin's doing it for repetitions. Good job, Kevin.
Yeah. Every drop, every ounce, every piece of energy within me.
The experience of being much stronger than everybody else, I think that's an unbelievable experience. You feel richer. You feel that sooner or later that you can do anything.
All right, guys, this is Yoked. We haven't been on in a little bit. I had to finish the deck. I had a lot of stuff going on. It's not easy, man, when you have a baby. There's a lot of responsibilities and things you need to get done. But we're going to get some back today, which is going to be a really short workout. I have only an hour, and I have to run some errands. I got to go to the post office and some other stuff. But we're going to talk about Charlie Kirk in between sets. We're going to stick to one topic. We're going to try this new format where I, do the high volume style workouts that I've been doing. I've been following Dr. Nash Josic and his recommendations. And I've actually been I've been getting a lot of gains. I see a big difference in my physique already, and I haven't even been on this for that long. He recommends this is just one example. Like he's written many books, so he's very knowledgeable. So I know truth when I hear it, versus the BS that I hear from a lot of other people. Like, oh, you got to lift heavy, do low reps, and all this stuff. He recommends for the upper body muscles. He says that there's a different type muscle fiber in the upper body that responds better to 8 to 12 reps versus your lower body. And this makes perfect sense for me because I did my quads at a higher rep range, 12 to 20, and I noticed a humongous difference just by doing that. It was incredible. I've never had such like leap in my gains within the course of a week. It's been amazing. But he says that there's a different type muscle fiber in your legs versus your upper body muscles, more or less, because it's a slow twitch muscle fiber versus a fast twitch muscle fiber. Slow twitch muscle fiber responds better to 12 to 20 reps, and then versus the upper body 8 to 12. And the last time I did back, I did a 12 to 20 rep range, and I didn't notice that many gains from doing that. Because the thing is, you should be noticing gains week to week. You should be noticing changes in your body when you look in the mirror, the way your clothes fit, everything like that. With my quad workout, which fit his recommendations, I noticed astronomical change. When I did my own thing with the back last time, it did not go well. So this time we're going to stick to his recommendations, 8 to 12 rep range for the back. And we're going to stick to lats. We're going to try to get nice wide lats. We're going to focus on that one thing. And for that reason, I'm doing some lat pull downs. I'm doing a heavier set. So I top out around 8 to 12 reps. I'm going to go slow. I'm going to go slow negative. And I'm also going to not go to failure because, as Dr. Nash recommends, he says, do not go to failure because it overtaxes your central nervous system, overtaxes your whole system. And there's no real benefit for it because we're trying to, stimulate, not annihilate the muscles. And it's a better for the style of workout that this is. It just works better. You recover better. And I've done that, like from the past 2 workouts or so. I took that piece of advice and applied it, and it seems to be verifiably true. So we're gonna hit that in between sets. If you want to call in the show, the call numbers on the screen, and let's do it. We're gonna put on some reggaeton music because I've just been liking the reggaeton lately when working out. and we're going to hit this. Let's do it. Boxing gloves. I'm going to hit that bag. I'm sorry. I said I would last time. I'll show you the bag. I'm going to hit it with my bare hands, though. I'm not going to use my boxing gloves because they're probably filthy, honestly, because there's so much dirt and grime here. But I'll hit it. I feel like I need to do that for you. So I'm going to probably try to do that sooner than later. But let me just get a few first sets. Okay. That was definitely not failure yet. I have to up the weight. Why? Because I noticed, I think my music might be too loud. Let me lower it. Hold on. Okay. I definitely could have done more reps on that one, so I know I have to add the weight because I need to top out around 8 to 12. That's what the recommendation is, according to Dr. Nash. So I'm going to stick to that. Real quick, I want to show boxing gloves over here that I have a boxing bag, a heavy bag, and I'm not lying to them. So let me show you real quick. Hurt my wrist a little bit, though. See this? Should wrap my wrist. Gut punch. You want a gut punch. Like this. Legs. Like an uppercut like that. How's that? Is that good? All right. Let's get another set. Okay, that was better. I lowered the weight just slightly because like I said, I don't want to overtax the central nervous system. There's no need for failure. We're just focused on getting pumping blood into the muscle. Let me get my phone. I'm gonna stick to a 1 minute rest time because I don't have much time and I already see the time going. Okay. I'm confused by boxing gloves. He wants me to punch myself in the gut. I don't get that. Why would I want to punch myself? See, I don't understand that. Now we're getting into weirdness. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course, but that would be strange, wouldn't it? If I gut punch myself. All right, we got 10 seconds. We're going to get into some Charlie Kirk stuff too after this next set. There we go. Boom. Perfect. Okay. The Charlie Kirk narrative does not make any sense. The mainstream is pushing it, I think, because they're owned and controlled by certain people, let's say, who want this narrative to be pushed. But all the facts that they've found so far, all these supposed facts, do not make sense. The 30-06, that round will pulverize anything. It will pulverize an elk's shoulder. If you've ever been hunting, you know that that's narrative that they're saying that it was stopped by his steel spine. He's like a miracle from God. I don't buy that for 1 second. I mean, the fact that people are believing that a 30-06 round can be stopped by the most weak bones in your body, which are in your cervical spine, it tells me that most Americans are idiots. Or they don't hunt. Let's hit another set. Okay, core conditioning training. I think I would need someone else with me, like a training partner, no, to do that. I think that's a good idea, though. I think I've seen that actually in movies and stuff, like montages, like training montages, like Jean-Claude Van Damme and Rocky or something. But getting back to Charlie Kirk, the fact that the round narrative does not make sense. The rifle in the woods, like gift wrapped there for the cops to find. It was clearly a plant. Doesn't make sense why it would be there. I believe if some people looked at the scope and the way that the eye relief was, anyone trying to shoot that thing with the amount of recoil that a 30-06 has would have a black eye. So clearly it was a dummy gun. The shooter did not use the 30-06. My guess is he probably used a 223 5.56 NATO round, just like a typical AR-15 type ammo. Why? Because if you ever shot an AR-15, it's the easiest gun to shoot accurately in a high pressure situation like that, I don't see why you would want a high recoiling gun with a precision shot like that. An AR-15 has 0 recoil, so you can be extremely accurate with it. So that's probably what he got shot with. Ooh, that slow negative is good. I like that. So the fact that the bullet doesn't add up, the gun in the woods doesn't add up, the guy who is yelling, "I shot him," or "shoot me," he said. It was this guy Zin, who is very questionable. And you know, they actually asked the guy, said, "Why did you say shoot me after Charlie got shot?" He goes, "To let the real shooter get away." You can look that up. He said that. But then, of course, now he's being charged with possession of child pedophilia, child pornography. That could be a way to shut him up, because maybe he was about to say something they didn't want him to say. So that's very suspicious. That's very suspect. The guy also was there on TV talking about the what he felt was the cause of 9/11. So very suspicious events surrounding this shooting, you know. All right, let's hit it again. God damn it, I lost my foot. There you go, buddy. MMA is the way to go because it's popular these days. You could actually make money doing it. So boxing, I think, is great. It's a good foundation. But if I were getting to what's the umbrella category? I guess martial arts or fighting sports. I think MMA is the way to go because there's a lot of eyeballs, people wanting to see MMA, good MMA. And if you're the type of person who likes fighting sports and you don't care about putting yourself out there and you know, potentially getting hurt, not everyone wants to put themselves out there and ruin their pretty face and stuff. But then that's the way to go. You know, start training now, and in a couple years, you'll be able to. Because I feel like it may not be as many people into it as you might think. So the competition might be low too, because I don't know how many guys. It's not like how guys are into soccer. Everybody and their mom plays soccer, figuratively speaking, and everybody thinks that they can become a famous soccer player. But the competition is so fierce because everybody plays soccer, everybody loves soccer. But when it comes to MMA, you probably have a much smaller field of competition to, you know, so I'm saying you probably can get into it. So that's what I would do. All right, set it for a minute. That's cool, man. Good luck with the fight. Let me know how it goes. So, is it too loud? Are you following the Charlie Kirk thing, or is that stuff not interesting to you? I'm curious about that. But, you know, for guys who are watching this later, let me know what you think. I mean, call in the show. I'll put your comments right on the stream. And you know, do you think it adds up? Do you think it's legit? There's a lot of people right now who are like, nope, doesn't make sense. This is another JFK assassination. There's too many weird coincidences, the magic bullets. You know? Hold on one second. All right, let's get it. Okay, guys. Did I put the timer on? Let me see if I can't remember if I did or not. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Let's put it on. Oh, man. How much time do I have? I got to get out of here soon. I only have like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Then I got to go. I'm trying to go fast. Oh, man. So, you know, our government's lying to us. The FBI is lying to us. Our whole government from top to bottom is corrupt. If you're a young person out there, you probably don't care yet because you have too many other things going on. You don't have the mental capacity to think about it. Once you start to get older, you start working and stuff. And you realize how everything, the cost of living is going up and the salaries that you're getting is staying the same or even going down. Then you'll start to care. Then you'll be like, oh, shit. Why didn't I follow this stuff sooner? Like, you know, because it's like politics is boring until it affects you and until it affects your pocketbook or your pocket, till it affects you and your, you know, if you have plans to have a family and stuff like that, then you'll care. That's back. That's for later so I can see it. See if I'm getting a pump or not. Out of my new camera here. Timer. So, again, you can call in the show. I forget what my call number is, but it's on the screen there. Call it and it'll ring in my ear. And then I'll pick up the phone and you can talk if you want. And you can share your thoughts. If this is after the stream, then you could also leave a voicemail. So that's the cool part. Oh, let me see if that's any in the chat. Want me to do some heck bouncing and stuff? I don't know. Is it bouncing? I'm not trying to show off to people. Like, people are like, do you practice peck bouncing? No, I don't. I'm not trying to think it's bouncing. If I practiced enough and got good at it, then maybe it would actually look good or look impressive or look whatever it is that people want it to look like. I'm going to wait a little more than a minute. There we go. It's funny, you know what's crazy is that your other muscles get kind of a little bit of a pump when you're working. No, you don't have to be working, like, let's say chest. You work back. You still get like a residual pump. And so Charlie Kirk, he gets shot, and we're all supposed to believe that it was this kid who was having sex with a transsexual, transgender, and now they can't even find the person. I don't know if I believe that. Okay, did I set the timer? I don't know. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna do another set. I'm feeling a pump. I want to get more burns. I'm going to lower it a little bit, though, so I can get closer to 12. I have like 15 minutes. 15 minutes. That's why I'm sticking to one exercise. I didn't know how much time. I want to get a lot of sets, close to 20, if not more. I'm not even counting. I'm just looking at the time and how much time I have left. So let's hit it more. You know what my theory is? My theory about exposure online and how people actually see you. I think there's a algorithm or there's a key that they kind of like switch on for certain people that they want to have more of a voice. I'm not saying I'm out here saying really important stuff. So for me, maybe it's not even an issue. But for other people, maybe, who talk about certain things. I mean, the Charlie Kirk thing's very controversial. But for other people who talk about controversial things on a regular basis, let's say you're not saying things that the people in power want you to say or want there to be out there. I guarantee you there's a way that they can stop that person from getting as much traction. They can slow down that person getting views. I don't think going viral and stuff is as organic as people make it out to be. I think it's manufactured. I think it's people are making backroom deals and certain deals in order to make that happen for people. And they agree to not say certain things or to say certain things in exchange for that exposure. I really do think that is how the way it really works. Not complaining. I'm going to do my thing regardless. I think there's definitely people who are out there trying to influence the dialogue, the national dialogue, and they do this by trying to co-opt certain influencers who talk about certain things or who don't talk about certain things. And they artificially pump up one person and they artificially diminish the other person. Because ultimately the people who are in control are control freaks, and they are mass manipulators. They are micromanagers. And to me, that's not out of the question for them to even do stuff like that. They love to do stuff like that. Okay. You know what I should have done? I think I should have had a salt water drink before starting working out. I think that helps expand the tissues more because of osmosis and forcing water into the cells. Next time, I got to remember to do that. I also didn't sleep that well last night, so I'm not, firing on all cylinders, as they say. Let's hit it again. Flip it. Oh man. So you tell me. I mean, does it make sense to you about the whole Charlie Kirk thing? I mean, they're trying to put us back into the left and right paradigm, where before the election, everyone was on board with the idea that there is a deep state, there is a government behind the government that's actually controlling things, and that it's a uniparty, that it's not left versus right or red versus blue. And we were all united in that. That's why Trump got elected. And now, if you notice, the narrative is they're trying to put us back into those two camps. So that's how it's all stinks to high heaven, and it's all BS, and they're lying to us. Oh man. So life goes on. We want to try to get as much out of life as possible, but also not just in a hedonistic way. We actually have Jesus Christ, who saved us, who died on the cross for our sins, to help us to give us life, real life, not what the powers that be want us to believe life is. Like, they want us to believe that more sensual experiences and drugs and money and sex and all these things are life. That's not life. Life is family. It's a loving family. It's a loving wife. It's passing on your values to your children, building other people up, living God's purpose for your life, sharing Jesus Christ with other people. That's life. And we're going off in 5 minutes or so. Trying to get in one or two more sets. And then I want to also promote my free ebook, Jesus Lifts, which is a testimony compilation book. 14 testimonies of Jesus Christ that will change your life. If all you have to do is, it's free, as I said. It's on my website, fezgarcia.com/free-book. All you have to do is have enough curiosity to read one. And then my challenge to you is reading one and then how its effect on you. If you're honest, I don't see how it doesn't change you. It's really that impactful. It's that amazing. And so I recommend you to check it out and to at least read one. It's not going to kill you. It's free, and it has a potential to beneficially help your life, to change your life in a positive way. Why not? Let's see if we can get one or two more. It's like it's sweat on my mic. So what's up with you guys? What do you think about the Charlie Kirk situation? The lies that we've been told? I mean, are you aware that they're lying to you? Are you at the point where you know that they're lying to you, but you can't do anything about it? So it's nothing to be done about it. So you just go about your day. I'm of the opinion that there is something to be done about it. We don't have power through our elected representatives because they're all bought and paid for, except for maybe a couple here and there. But they're a very small number of the ones who are actually trying to do something to benefit the American people. So my recommendation and what I do in my daily life is pray. And I pray and I ask God to intervene and to help people to understand that there is a right or wrong. And ultimately, that's the real truth, is people don't really believe that there's God and that there's right and wrong. And that's why the people who are doing these evil things are doing it. That's why. So the only thing we can do is pray about it, ask God to intervene, and pray for those people, that pray for our enemies, like the Bible says, like Jesus says, so that they can understand the truth and repent and change their wicked ways. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, we have time for one more? Nope. Not really. All right, so let's sign off here, guys. Thanks for checking out Yoked. I'm Fez Garcia. Check out the website, fezgarcia.com. There's my personal testimonies on there. There's Jesus Lifts. It's free. It's an ebook. You don't have to wait for anything. You download it to your phone, your tablet, your computer, and read it at your own leisure. And let me know what you think. What's your opinion on it? Do you think it's life changing? Because I definitely do. So check that out. And we're gonna be back tomorrow, hopefully on the right time, not on Latin time. And we're gonna work out some quads. And I lost count of how many sets I did for back, but I did as many as I could within the time frame I had. And I definitely feel pumped and I feel sore. I'm going to do some posing in the mirror, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.